notice prior to making those reductions. So we could always bring people back if we have good, successful negotiations, but we can't reduce later if that doesn't work. So we have to do it now because of the timing, if that's what the board wishes to do. So we're under this time constraint of the 60-day notice that we have to give for teachers prior to the end of school if we're going to RIF. So I just wanted to mention that. And again, and this is the first time the board is actually having a discussion regarding these reductions. The board, if you hadn't been here the past couple meetings, the board asked staff to come back with recommendations in order for us to meet the deficit, the projected deficit. So that's the meeting today, the first meeting that we've had to discuss these.
Thank you, Scott. I understand what you've gone through the past few months trying to help go towards fixing the structural deficit that we have. But I want to reiterate a point to everyone, just like Tim had stated, that we are bound to have to make certain changes right now due to the timing and how it impacts the school year. And the other piece I wanted to bring out is, and Scott clearly put that on the presentation, is the fact that depending on how the negotiations go, items on this list can be brought back. And again, we've worked towards moving into the positive and starting to fix the structural deficit problem. And I completely recognize and thank you for going through what you've gone through the last few months trying to do this.
Thank you. I have a question. When you talked about the increase in class sizes, what currently are the class sizes for K6, 7, 8?
The targets right now are 20 for kindergarten, 24 in first grade through third grade, 26, Jim? 26 in 4 through 6, and 28 in 7, 8.
So really you're increasing it two students for, like, let's say K through 6? Is that what we're saying?
In 1 through 4 it'd be 2 students, 1 through 3 it'd be 2 students, and in kindergarten it'd be 6 students.
It could also be a little bit more, just for everybody's understanding, and Jim, please chime in. I think if you look at the averages together for each of those groups of classes, so there could be some classes that have much higher numbers than the average, and certain classes could have lower numbers and average out to be this number. So although it's 1 or 2 students per class, it could be a larger number of students across the average.
Because it's average now.
Yes.
We asked them to come in nice even numbers, but they just don't do it.
But I think it's important to note that as we make these step 1 changes, that we really don't know what the step 2 negotiations, how that's going to play out. So I think it's important to realize that as we make the step 1 changes, which include the increases in class sizes, that in all likelihood will affect next year. The hope is, if I understand correctly, in step 3, that if we have successful negotiations, we bring them back to the current class sizes. So if we have early conclusion of negotiations, it won't affect next year, but
teachers that are retiring this year, so you talk about the number of people that might be let go, the FTEs minus retirees, so
Yes.
everyone has an idea.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. We know that 21 teachers will be retiring this year, and so, the number of teachers that may not be coming back next year, if this plan were approved by the board, would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 18 is what we're guessing. We may have to, right now, issue RIF notices for a little bit more than that, just to be on the safe side, but we've anticipated somewhere around 18, I think, total that would maybe not be coming back.
Is there a chance, I know what Scott was saying there, with the high class sizes, can we place a cap that no class size would exceed a number like 28 or 30, so we don't have a class with 34?
Certainly, you could do that.
Jim's shaking his head there.
You could certainly do that, but you have to realize that there would be a cost involved in
Yes.
it, so we wouldn't save as much money.
Yes, I know.
Right, Jim? I mean, so you could put that in there, but then we wouldn't realize the
I know that,
savings.
but again, I just don't want to see class sizes of 33, 34, because that's the way the balance comes.
Neither do we.
Basically, I mean, we're limited in what we can do with the contractual obligations, not only for salary and benefits, but also certain working conditions and flexibility in staffing. So we really have very limited options of what we can do. I am appreciative that, we are spending some fund balances, which, I'd like to not spend any, yes, but I think in this first year to see how it comes out, I would hate to go deeper into the increased class sizes at this time. So I appreciate that option. I'm not sure if the entire board agrees. But,
Ideally, I think going into the fund balance would be okay if we have a plan to fix the structural deficit. You go into your savings once. You can't keep going back to the savings every time. We won't have any savings to use after over time. So using the fund balance is okay if we have a long-term plan to fix the structural problem.
So it's my understanding that after step 3, the objective is to have a sustainable and stable budget. We at that point have a balanced budget, and we aren't dealing with these recurring deficits. We've got a solution, and it may take 1 or 2 or 3 years, depending on how this plan plays out. But the end result is that we have a stable and sustainable budget.
Yes, and we won't have staff members worried about their jobs, and we won't lose good quality teachers to other districts, and we can focus on education then instead of focusing on finances. That would be the goal.
hopefully, no additional costs. I know one area that has jumped up quite a bit is the IMRF pension payments. We're over 20% higher than we were just a couple of years ago. And that really has been cutting into the budget and the forecast. And, hoping that that trend doesn't continue, but as Mike mentioned today, it's not positive that fund loss, I think 0.5% this last year, the district will have to make up any shortfalls in those pension payments. So hopefully the trend reverses, so everybody could buy stock, whatever the IMRF is talking. That'll help.
Well, also, Tim, it's depending what the Evans could say, if he wants to shift the pension burden to the local districts, that will throw everything really out of whack.
Right,
Well, those are just the unknown variables,
exactly.
transportation. So I think we'll know more like March after he gives his address. But again, I don't think it'll hit us next year. Politicians will act on it after they're elected, they'll have a time period, which is not surprising.
I did want to mention to you that we did not lose sight of the fact that homeowners, real estate taxpayers are experiencing some difficult times as well, that the taxes are going up, and we have, some understanding of their situation as well, and we feel for them, and those were considerations that were also part of our whole process. Thank you.
Thank you.
So just one thing, Scott, so just to reiterate, so the next step is to, we don't have an action item today. It's open for 30 days to the next board meeting, and then at that point is when we take the actions based on
comments and modifications if they are so necessary.
Sounds like you have consensus.
Yes, so, yes.
Thank you, Scott.
Fund balance minimum of 30%, but it was never memorialized in a district policy that was such. Some board members have expressed an interest in putting it into a policy, and we've done some research, and there is a model policy coming out of press, which is the Illinois Association of School Boards Policy Service. They have attorneys who work on developing draft policies, and they did have one there that regarding fund balances. It's policy 4.20, operational services fund balances. And basically, that policy reads, the superintendent designee shall maintain fund balances